What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the DC Collectibles DC Essentials Knightfall Catwoman. And so here we have the Knightfall Catwoman posing out of the packaging. Unfortunately, Catwoman here doesn't come with any accessories, no whips, no alternate hands, no nothing. It's a little bit of a shame, but that's unfortunate. So what we're going to do now is just move on to her details. And so here we have a closer look at Catwoman, and DC Collectibles has actually done a good job capturing the Knightfall Catwoman here. Really do love the way the face looks. The eyes are really done nicely. They're really clean. The eyebrows are done nice, and she even has a little bit of makeup on. You can see she does have some eyeshadow right there. It's almost like a lighter orange right above her eyes. Really nice, beautiful green eyes, so they did a really good job with that. Lips are painted really cleanly, so I do like that. Everything on her seems like it's done really cleanly, with the exception of this part of her mask. It's supposed to have like this sharp angle to it, but it just doesn't match up right there, which is a little bit unfortunate. The hair is done fairly well. You can see it is going off to one side, and then we do have a little bit of it going to the front. Not my favorite design for a Catwoman cowl where the hair is poking out to the back, but again, that's exactly how she looked in Knightfall, so I really can't fault the figure on that design. Really do like the shade of purple that they went with. The only discrepancy I can see is right here on her bicep. You can see this is where they painted most of it in purple, and then this is where they painted black, and then they painted the purple. Kind of wish they had painted the purple and then the black, because then you wouldn't have that discrepancy right there, and it's on both sides. So a little disappointed in that. You can see she has gloves on going all the way to her bicep, coming down to her hand. They do come out in these really nice claws. And this is actually interesting reuse from the Cheetah figure, so really surprised they went that route. But again, no grip hands, nothing for her to hold a whip, which I kind of would have liked to see a whip, but that's just me personally. And her costume is fairly plain for the most part. It's just a purple jumpsuit until we get to her boots, which thankfully they did mold everything down in black. Now, I kind of wish they had molded this or even painted it in a shiny black. I think the black on her costume would really have benefited from a gloss finish, because it's kind of plain the way it is, and that's just a little bit unfortunate because she's a beautiful looking figure. And I do like the fact that even though she has heels, they're not like 10-inch stilettos with it make it impossible for her to stand, so she stands just fine. Other than my issues with not having a whip and the finish of the black, she's still an impressive looking figure. So with her detail out of the way, guys, let's actually move on to comparisons. And so here we have Catwoman posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have Catwoman posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco One-Tot Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. Here we have Catwoman posed next to a Lightning Collection White Ranger and a Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. And finally, here we have the Knightfall Catwoman posed next to the DC Essentials Knightfall Batman and the DC Universe Classics Bane. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually move on to her articulation. Now, she does have the standard female articulation for the Essentials line, which is a ball joint head, which does look up pretty well. It would look up further if it wasn't for her hair. Unfortunately, it doesn't look down too much. It does turn left and right despite the fact she does have hair, and we do have a little bit of pivot there. She also does have a hinge in the neck, which does let her look down. Up, again, is hindered by her hair, so really wish that it was just a different style of Catwoman, honestly. Arms do go out to the side, no problem. Do a full 360. Swivel at the bicep. She does have a double bend in the elbow, but it is kind of stiff. So do be aware of that you might have to heat up those joints, but they do work, so that's a good thing. Swivel and hinge at the wrist, no issue there. We do have a diaphragm joint, which does work really well. You can see it goes side to side, arches back, crunches forward, swivel, so really good movement there. Her leg does kick forward to about there, kicks back, kicks out all the way horizontal, swivels at the boot. She does have double bend in the knee, works really good there. We do have a shin swivel. I don't know why, but some people do like it, so it's there if you want it. We do have a standard hinge in the ankle, so it does go back and forward, and then forward facing pin for rocker ankle. So overall, really good articulation here on Catwoman. So what we're going to do now is get her posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the Knightfall Catwoman pose for my final thoughts. Overall, this is a really beautiful looking figure. Now, it's not my favorite Catwoman costume. I would have much preferred a more modern black suit Catwoman with maybe the cowl off, but that's just my personal taste. This is still a gorgeous looking figure, and the shade of purple they went with is beautiful. It looks so much better in person. The black on it, like I said, could be glossy, but I can see what they were going with this design. Now, if you are looking for this Catwoman figure, she is starting to hit stores now at the time I'm making this video, especially at your local comic book stores, GameStops, or online retail such as BigBadToyStore.com. I was lucky enough to pick up my Catwoman as well as the rest of the Essentials line from my local comic book store, so a huge shout out to Asylum Comics for getting this out to me so I could review it for you guys. If you are thinking about picking up Catwoman, she will run you anywhere from $22 all the way up to $28. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews as well as all my other DC Universe and DC collectible videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you'd like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. While you're at it, don't forget to check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos. And as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.